Hey everyone, Phi Farley here. It is January 11th. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. NCAA basketball best bet coming out Friday. We only got 6 games, but there's one that's sticking out. I'm going to break that game down for you in just 1 second. I am coming off a super hot day. Yesterday was phenomenal. Everything was falling my way. Everything was going my way. It was just one of those days the betting gods just smiled on me. If you ever have those days, if you've been sports betting for a long time, you know it goes both ways. And you guys know, if you've been following with me, I had a bad beat last weekend. Super frustrating. My daily best bet, how it went down, and I vented about that a little bit, and I appreciate you listening, but it's come back around. I'm glad it came around sooner than later, but yesterday was one of those days that I just could not miss. If you were on Northeastern over Elon, you know what I'm talking about. That was one of them. The other one, Oregon State. If you were on that one, you know what I'm talking about. Both games going to overtime. Northeastern outscoring Elon 18-7. 10 was the line. They cover by 1 point by winning by 11. It was phenomenal. It was awesome. Down the stretch, it was like I could not lose. I had Colorado winning, Penn State winning, UCLA winning, well, covering and winning outright in that one, and the over, North Texas winning. Had Gonzaga winning, Eastern Washington covering and winning as a dog, UC Davis winning, Washington winning, and then, like I said, Oregon State. The only one I didn't win is I did have Pepperdine plus 2.5. They lost by 3, but at that point, it was all House's money anyway. Speaking of House's money, tonight's game is going to be played on House's money, and I'm going to break down the best bet here in 1 second. Before I do that, let me say, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I got a lot of content out there. I'm working hard to get winners out there. 2-0 sweep yesterday. Looking to keep it going. So if you hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, you get NBA best bet, you get NCAA best bet. Never asking for, any other alternative websites or to send you to some other pay-for site or anything like that. Just looking to create a good community here and get some best information out there so we can all win. So, all right, that said, let's talk about tonight's games. First of all, we have 2 Big Ten conference games. We got Purdue at Wisconsin, which I'm leaning Purdue here. I like that side. The other game I was leaning towards was Northern Kentucky, except for they're playing Wright State, and there's a lot of money coming in on the Wright State side. That -5 is about right for this game. If I had to lean, it would be Northern Kentucky side as a home team. And the other one, Purdue, leaning on the Purdue side at Wisconsin, plus 2.5 there, except for 2.5 is just a small number. I wish it was 4.5 for Purdue, but Big Ten is just stacked. I mean, especially at the top of it, it's just stacked. You cannot take a night off. If you do, then you're called Ohio State going against Rutgers, and you lose. So there's just not a weak link in this. Even Illinois, even Penn State, who are 0-5 in conference, there's just not a weak spot in this conference. Those teams can win any given night, especially if the other team is not motivated and they're looking ahead. So here we get Maryland hosting Indiana. Now, both teams have had a pretty good non-conference schedule. Indiana's is a little bit better. They're worthy to be 22nd in the country. However, Maryland is 13-3, while Indiana 12-3. I think is going to be a little motivated here on an isolated Friday night on Fox Sports to get this big win over a top 25 team. That's the way it looks on paper. So if you're Maryland, you're at home, you just came off a big win at Minnesota, at Rutgers, you beat Rutgers by 14, you beat Minnesota by 15, and now you get Indiana, who just lost to Michigan, coming into your home court, who's ranked 22nd, while you only have 3 losses as well. Conference game, what more motivation do you need if you're Maryland to win this game by double digits? We're laying 6, and if you're looking at KP, this game should be about 5, 6 tops. 5 is probably where it is. So we're given an extra point here. However, I think this is a very motivated Maryland team going against Indiana in this spot. I think it's a great spot for Maryland to showcase their talent, to win 5 straight, to win another conference game, to raise them up to the top, and by next week, be in the top 25. So I'm going to lay the 6 with Maryland today. keeping what it's worth, which is for me, playing with house's money. We only have 6 games to pick from. This is the best bet of the night for me, Maryland minus the 6. Good luck, everyone. Again, subscribe. Check out my other videos. We'll see you again soon.